coAdjoint video development blog. This is video number 4 in the series. If you want to check out the previous videos, have a look at the links on the right hand side of the screen. Firstly, I'd like to apologise for not posting for a couple of weeks. I was away for a little period in both of the weeks, and also I've been working pretty hard on the AI and bots for the map. There are a few features that I'm not quite happy with yet, so I'll probably be posting about them over the next few days. But there are a few things that I'd like to show you first of all. So let's get straight into it. So for you guys who don't know, this is Unity, which is what I've been using to do the development of the demo so far. This is a different scene from what we've seen in the previous videos. This is what I'm using to do my bot testing. So you can see on the left hand side of the screen, that's the scene view of the arena. And what you'll see down here, over here, is the bot that we saw in the demo. He is a model which I got from the Unity demo Angry Bots, but because it was open source I thought it was a convenient model to use, and also there were some quite well explained scripts on it which allowed me to understand how to do character movement and character control and things like that, and also integration of animations, which is what I'm going to talk about in this video. Tomorrow I'm going to post a video about the actual the AI, the decision making sort of machinery that I'm using to get this guy to make decisions, but for now I'm just going to talk a little bit about the animations I'm using and how to animate in Unity. So as I said, we took this guy from a Unity demo, and what we did is we basically gutted him and put in our own scripts. We took a few of them to do with firing and a few animations, and you can see the muzzle flash there. But we wanted, obviously he was a user controlled character in Angry Bots. Here we're actually using from AI. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to run this demo at what it looks like at the moment, just so you can get an idea, and just talk over it. So right now on the right hand side of the screen you can see the game view. This is what a demo would actually look like at the moment. And as you can see here, our guy, Scuba Dude is his name I think, is actually just walking around the map. And at the moment he's walking on a patrol route. So I've defined patrol points for him to move about, and when he reaches a patrol point he goes into an idle state, and I'm also in the next few days I'm going to do an animation for that idle state, so he looks around, scouts around, and also he's going to do it intelligently, so he won't just look into corners, he'll look towards the open space. But all he's doing now is just going back and forth between patrol routes, stopping when he gets to one and then carrying on after a fixed period of time. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to jump into the arena and we'll see what changes. So straight away he saw me, and his behaviour, his state, actually changed straight away. And what he's doing now is that he's following my position. He's making sure that wherever he runs, again he's running between the patrol points, but wherever he runs he's facing me, and he's playing an animation on the legs which best suits the orientation of his body and also the velocity vector that he's trying to, his desired velocity vector to get to between the patrol points. There's only one real last thing to show you on this, and that's the reload animation, which I showed in a video I posted last week I think. So if I press a button now, you can see that he reloads his gun, and he does it as what's called an additive animation. So it just gets played on top of the animations that that are being played at the time. In this case it's running backwards, running sideways, all that sort of stuff. So that's what I'm going to show you today. I've actually got a more advanced, it's called a finite state machine. I've got a more advanced decision making script that I've done, but it's not quite ready, so I'm going to leave that for another couple of videos. But today I'm going to show you how we actually animated the Scuba Dude so far. And I did all the animation in Unity. I know that you can use things like Blender and Maya, 3ds Max, but I couldn't, because the model was already in Unity. I really had to go with whatever I had, and Unity was actually really easy to use. So I'm just going to show you the animations. So, by the way guys, thank you very much for all your comments over the past few videos, and also on the Facebook page. Please keep them coming because I really do appreciate it. It's been really useful to actually know what you guys have been thinking and where you would like the model to go. So please keep that coming, and please subscribe and like the video. So let's show you a couple of animations now. Now there were 5 animations which were already on Scuba Dude when we got him into this bot, into the arena, sorry. This is an idle one, so he's just sort of bobbing up and down a bit. There's a run forward script, which is where he's running about. And run backwards, so on and so on. The ones that I've done are a walk animation, which is what we saw at the beginning of the level. Pretty quick. Not too bad for a first animation, I was fairly happy with that. I might change it because the legs, I think the angle needs to change a bit. And also a reload animation, which I did, which we saw as well. Ignore the legs, because it's an additive animation, it won't actually matter, it's only the upper body that really matters. So the way that I've done these, if I just go to the walk animation, the way you animate in Unity is that you first of all, you have to select your start and finish points for the animation. And each point here represents 1 frame in the animation and the total animation. And the first thing you do when you're animating in Unity is you set your start and end point. And they must be exactly the same. Your character you're animating must look identical at each of those frames, or otherwise the animation won't be able to loop properly. And what you do to do that, you define the start point, you put all of the, first of all you turn and record, and then you move the limbs of the character that you're animating, so for example the right thigh here, you move them into whatever position you want to be using the rotation and translation tool up there, and then once you're happy with all the positions to start off with, you define a keyframe. And the keyframe just captures the positions of all of those body parts and their rotations at that particular frame. And then you go and then you make sure that you use that exact same keyframe at the end of the animation, and set a keyframe again using this button here. And then in between you define more keyframes of where you want the limbs to be at different places, so you do whatever you want to animate. In between the keyframes, Unity is smart enough to be able to automatically set the rotations and positions and translations, of those body parts based on the keyframes that you've defined. And there's a special term for these frames in animation which passes my mind at the moment. But it's very good and it's very easy to do actually. That's all you do. To start off with, you have to select all of the parts which you're going to define keyframes for, but once you've got all of the parts set up and made sure that they've set it up, Unity set it up correctly, i.e. sometimes the scale were being set to 0 here, it's very easy to do. Perhaps in the future, in fact I'll probably link you to an animation tutorial on YouTube because they're very useful. To blend different animations together, I used in Unity, and in fact in most other animators, you use weights. And weights allow you to blend between different animations as you transition from one to the other. And this is my script that is actually being used for this bot at the moment. There are a few more features here than I can go into now, but I'll very quickly show you. If I go down to this part here, this is the script that's being used when he's walking between points. And the way you define the weight is by using the linear interpolation function in Unity to go from, when you're going from a standstill to say a start, for example, you linearly interpolate between that point, the weight, i.e. 0 weight from the walk when he's standing still, up to the full weight. And Unity is smart enough to be able to crossfade between the twos, once it knows the weights that you want to set for each animation. I'm sorry I haven't defined that very well, but I'm running out of time. So in the next video I'm going to talk a little bit more about the animation, since I think I've got loads more to talk about, and also I'll start on the finite state machine, i.e. the decision making script that I'm using to determine how the AI is going to behave. So yeah, if you like what you see, please send me a comment or give me a like and subscribe as well. Plenty more videos to come, so stay tuned please guys. Cheers.